this interview, Mike from Stone Coat Countertops talks about how he 100x'd his business utilizing YouTube and the 5 steps to do it coming up.
This video is brought to you by LearnVideo.live, a free 1-hour online training on how to grow a highly influential and profitable YouTube channel this year. To get free access, just go to LearnVideo.live.
What's up, influencers? Welcome to another interview here on Video Influencers, where we're helping you build your influence, income, and impact with online video. I have Mike of Stone Coat Countertops.
What's up, Benji? How are you, man?
I'm doing well, man. I've been getting to know you the last couple of days. It's been a pleasure hearing about your story. Let's talk about this, though. You got a YouTube channel, right?
Yes, I do.
About
yes,
Countertops.
Sir.
140,000 subscribers, you guys. About Countertops. 20 million views.
Yes.
But what's more impressive is you're a true businessman. You have a business that survives off of YouTube, right?
Yes,
you know, a lot of creators rely on ad revenue, which is fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or brand sponsorships. You have a business and you use YouTube as a marketing platform. Let's talk about your origin story, okay?
You got it.
Like how you got started in that industry and everything leading up to the moment you press record.
You know, when we started out, I knew that video was powerful because every time we did a home show, we would hand out DVDs of our actual work. And whenever a customer watched you on a DVD and they saw what you could do, we'd win the bid, right?
Yep,
so I said, when I found out YouTube would house that for me and I didn't have to burn the DVD, I was like, this is powerful. But I realized with video, you can reach an audience that's not local. It can be national, right?
Yeah, and then share a little bit about what your business actually did, right? And the product that came out of your over a decade of experience.
So we knew there needed to be an alternative in the countertop world. So we actually worked with a chemist for almost 15 years developing our product. Making sure it was perfect before we ever let the world know about it, right?
Yeah.
And so when we did, and when we were super confident with that, we carefully kind of put that out on YouTube, hoping that people would like what we're showing, and they did. And it grew our business to a level that we never dreamed of. It took our revenue 100 times what we were doing locally.
Powerful. And, you know, of course, I'm impressed, right? You know, I've been listening to your story. Obviously, you and I can relate. We started kind of in the same industry, right?
Yeah.
And we know the power of using YouTube as a marketing platform. But you really have 5 steps on how you got here. And we both know there's a lot more to it. But to simplify, the first thing being pressing record, right? You had no prior experience necessarily with videography or especially with YouTube. Can you talk about that first step and what you did and what kind of gear you started with?
Sure. You know, picture a dusty shop with no experience and a contractor who got behind a camera and just started making things. The audio was horrible. The picture was horrible. The actual first camera we had was a flip share. I don't even think they make them anymore. And then we got feedback in the comment section. Hey, I can't hear you, or it's too dark. And well, what do we do? So we just started out by hitting that record button.
Yeah, I think it's a great story because there's a lot of business people out there that's scared to record, right? Deer in the headlights.
Don't worry about being perfect.
Yeah,
Punch it in the face, right?
Exactly, right? Punch fear in the face, you guys.
Yes.
But I can relate too because even in my first videos, Gabby, it'd be funny if you showed this. My first real estate videos, deer in the headlights. Even though I had already been vlogging, I just never talked about my business, right?
Okay.
And I know a lot of business people, so thank you for sharing that because, you know, I think a lot of business people overcomplicate that first step.
Right. And you know, some of our best content is the worst edited content. It's just real. It's raw. They get to see who you really are, how you work in your shop, and they know it's not staged.
There you go. Step number 2. You really want to learn this platform, the best practices. Tell us about what you did to get to a point where you had best practices at the level you do to get 140,000 subscribers and 20 million views.
I think because we pressed record first, it led us to we got to get better. We realized we sucked, right? So that's how I found out about you and Sean. I found out about Daryl Eves. I found out about Sonny Lenarduzzi because we watched you guys. I knew you honed that craft. You guys were obviously crushing it. And I just wanted to pick out the things that would be applicable to our channel by learning from what you did. And I honestly would would jog on the treadmill.
Yeah.
I'd watch you guys. I'd go up to the office. I'd implement what you said, and I'd get results immediately. You know?
What I love about that too, again, going back to the average business person, you still had a business to run, right? This is in addition to running the business, right? Selling the product. So can you speak to that? Because I think, again, a lot of business people, they might get tired. I mean, you're literally running on a treadmill trying to stay, fit and researching while you're doing it.
Right. You got to multitask. You got to be willing to work a lot more than 8 hours a day, man.
There you go.
A lot more. And that was not foreign to me. I've always not been afraid of hard work. I may not be the smartest guy, but I'm probably one of the hardest workers, man.
Well, absolutely. Your results show that. So step number 3, really big. We talk about engagement, but you listen to your community. And again, I just want to give you a little bit of praise here, if you allow me.
Sure.
The fact that you're a business person again and listen to the community the way like a vlogger would, right? Mm-hmm. Or a YouTuber that had fans. You didn't just treat this as like a one-way street where you're just like showing these videos. You really read the comments. Can you talk about that and how it really changed everything?
Yeah, if you treat your comments like your focus group, your audience is going to tell you what they liked about what you did, what they don't like about what you did. They're going to steer you in the direction that the market wants.
Yeah.
And it may not be the direction you think they want to go, but if you're not prideful and you're open-minded, you'll get nuggets of information that will increase your business farther than you ever expected.
Yeah.
We actually learned this because we had artists that really liked our methods. They want to know, can I apply this to art? We never knew it would go in the art direction. Artists now make up 15% of our business.
Yeah.
You know?
Huge.
And then watching you guys, I actually reached out to your channel, and Sean actually said, give me a call.
Yeah.
And he opened that up to me, and I was like, I'll never forget this. It was like I was actually nervous to make the call. I was like, I'm like looked up to you guys so much, man. So that right there is a huge lesson of you're not too cool for your audience. Be humble. Listen to them and work for them. Don't make them work for you, right?
Thank you so much. Honored. You kind of dipped into step number 4, which is expand your business, right? Talk about how when you listen to them, you were able to expand your business, which you kind of already talked about, but let's dive in a little bit more about the artists. Like, what was it that they were asking for that you offered that helped grow your business 15%?
Well, once you kind of crack the code, I guess. Once you find out that if you have a product, first you got to have a good product, right? If you have a great product and you're able to reach people, my philosophy is educate, entertain, and then give. Just give all the information away, and I cross my fingers, and I hope that our audience likes it enough to pull their credit card out and buy something and try it. And once they do, we realize that we have a 40% reorder rate because we listen to what else they want. And so we've added different colors, we've added different methods, we've added things for woodworkers, because we found that woodworkers, when we do anything to do with woodworking, it got 3 times the amount of views as our countertop stuff did.
Some of my favorite videos when I looked at your channel.
There you go. That's what you talked about, right? So that you got to watch what people are watching, watch what they care about, and expand as.
Arguably, the fact that you were on YouTube opened yourselves up to a much bigger audience, right?
Yes.
Like me being in that industry of real estate, right? Like, you're kind of like confined to your local market or like your local contractors. I mean, you probably wouldn't necessarily like hang out with artists, right? But because YouTube is really literally connecting you to the whole world, there's more people that might be like, hey, can I use this stuff for this other thing? And who knows, like in the next few years, there might be a whole nother application, right? And like I said, because you had a good product and somebody or yourself thought, you know what, you can apply this to something else. That's what's so crazy about YouTube. You never know where it's going to lead, right?
Oh man, it's been so amazing because you literally have a focus group that is cheering you on, that becomes your fans, that wants more, and then they will literally tell you the direction to go. And that was an unintended consequence that we never knew about, and we never knew that we would have over 100,000 people care about what we're making. But now it's just any business owner out there, if you're not using YouTube and you're not promoting your products on YouTube, you're missing a giant opportunity.
Absolutely. Step number 5. I know it's not going to blow a lot of people's minds, but it's the basic key to success: consistency and hustle. Let's just talk about what it took for you to get here, because it wasn't an overnight thing, right? You press record, obviously, and maybe if you want to share a little bit about that first month, what happened, but let's talk about what it took to get you to 140,000 subscribers, 20 million views, and the kind of business revenue you have today.
You know, simply put, you got to be willing to work. We started out our first month that we launched this and showed it to the general public. We actually had about $500 in sales. And then our sales exponentially started to grow. The next month we had 3,000 in sales. The next month we had 26,000 in sales. And it just grows because, number one, people are testing it. They're testing your product. You get good reviews. Everybody reads reviews, right? So you have to work for those reviews by answering anybody's concerns, picking up the phone. We published our phone number. That was scary in e-commerce, right? We published our phone number. We answered comments. We then, once we got to scale, we hired a team. And that team was absolutely crucial to our growth. And we hired people that cared as much about our product as we did, and our customers. And we put our audience first, but most importantly, you can never neglect one of the steps that got you there. You got to go with what brought you, right? So we continually go through those steps whenever we want to bring something else new on, or just even in every video. It's like you guys have checklists, right? You have a success strategy to building a video. If you follow those steps in any video, it's going to win. It may not win as big as others, but it's going to win.
You got me so pumped up, man. So pumped up. Last thing I want to highlight in terms of consistency and that hustle. How many videos are on YouTube right now?
For all of YouTube? Or
for you.
Almost 200.
200 videos. But you told me in a private conversation, you have way more videos than that because you tape video of all your products, right? And about how many is that total?
I couldn't tell you. We have so many things that we just have little short forms and we cut video. I over double what we have right now.
So the reason I wanted you to share that is because 200 is just what the audience sees, right? You had maybe another 200 more where you're getting practice in, right? You're just getting better. And that's the hustle that I'm talking about, right? Again, in addition to running your business, in addition to having a team, in addition to all the things that come along with a product and expanding to a whole nother market, am I like saying some truth here?
Absolutely.
Right?
Benji, if I told you if you made videos and your sales increased, how motivated would you be to make more videos? Right?
I've been doing this for 10 years. I know the power. So thank you so much, Mike. I mean, this is literally one of my favorite interviews I've ever done. I'm usually always excited, but I'm like extra excited with you. I would love for you to take a second and share any inspiration you might have with our viewers, especially the business people out there, right? Who are maybe on the fence about starting it for whatever, silly reason, because obviously you're an example of how you can use YouTube for your business and really hit it out of the park.
Sure, anybody watching this, my wife and I are real people who really, we lost everything in 2008 and we pulled ourselves up by the bootstraps. We got to work and we honed our craft. I'm a contractor. I didn't know anything about video. I didn't know anything about the internet. I didn't know how to build a website. I didn't know how to run a camera. I didn't know about lighting or anything like this, but all that's out there from guys like you to learn from. You watch the best guys that you want to emulate that are honest and true to themselves. You follow that, but you got to have a craft that people want to learn from. You got to entertain them a little bit. You can't be boring, and you simply got to give it away. And cross your fingers and hope people support you. And because you do that, that to me is like the magic of making this thing work. Is give it away, entertain them, and educate them to something that they want to know that they would have never figured out without your help.
I don't even need to be here. Just take it. Can you interview the next few people? All right, you guys, I'm going to put Mike's information down below. I'm telling you, just check out his channel because he's got all kinds of cool videos on there. We'll put all the information below. Anything else you want to do to plug your channel?
Man, if you guys go on stonecoatcountertops.com, if you ever have any questions, if you ever have any ideas, test our customer service out, and you'll see why we're winning. Just call them up, see what happens.
Awesome. Thank you so much. You guys, as always, here on Video Influencers, we're helping build your influence, income, impact with online videos. Talk to you later.